Okay, the video no one ever asked for. Here we go with packing Yellow to Vetter's makeup for the event. Okay, so I'm going to start with the earpiece, and that goes in at the top so that I have it and don't forget it, and that always lives in my makeup case. Okay, fake blood. I have runny and blood paste. It's just handy to have. I won't put that in the bottom of the box yet because clearly, as you can see, it needs a bit of a clean up and putting into a new bag, but that will go into the bottom of the box. So let's go through the actual day-to-day makeup. So I've got Illamasqua Ivory foundation, but underneath that will go that one. So this is my primer. So I've got a Rimmel plus 8 hour wear primer, and that's really important for keeping things on for the amount of time that I'm wearing it in a field. So that goes in. Then my foundation, the Illamasqua foundation. Then we're going to highlight through with Merron's Cream White, the cream blend stick. And I have some pressed powder, which I'll just fix around, sort of just to dry everything up so it's not so sticky when I come then to put my shadows on. So shadows, if I get my brushes out, all my shadows and contouring I do with brushes and eyeshadow palettes. So the two eyeshadow palettes I use are Sleek from I Divine, just because it has a really good eyeshadow palette that are all darks, and this one, which I think is a Revolution, again because it had a nice set of all completely darks. And I'll put both of those in, and I'll use those with the shadow brushes just to do all of my blending and definition. Over the top of that, I will then do my shadows and shade under my eyes. Then I'll do veining, and that's what that brush is there for, and I will literally just use a little dash of water and eyeshadow to make the initial part of the veining, the shadows under the veins. So my brush palette has to go in. Then for the actual veins, I've got these three pencils here. So I've got purple, a black, and this one comes out sort of like a navy blue, the MAC. And then I'll put my veining in with those, so they go in there. I've also got a lighter purple. Sometimes I just decide that I'm going to go with a slightly metallic eye, and I'll do it with that. And of course, I put my witch stick in there in case I get blemishes through the event. That's another black liner in case I need it. So red lip in case. I actually don't use this for lip. If I'm going to use this at all, I'll do it for waterline under my eye. It gives a really good angry bloodshot look. That actually goes with the blood, a bit of natural sponge to do that kind of blood splattering sort of effect. Other essentials for my makeup kit then are the fixing. So people have often asked me how I manage to get it so that my makeup stays for a whole day, and the answer is a combination of these two. So All Night Long Makeup Setting Spray, Extra Strong by Barry M, and the setting powder Merron. So I will go with the setting powder first to fix everything in place. That's very important, and then all over the top with All Night Long. The other thing to remember is always make sure that you have put your sunblock on prior to this step. So any sunblock you're going to use, put it on prior to that step. It's a pain to try and put sunblock on over the top, although I have got one of those clear sunblocks and I've been known to top up if I've felt myself burning. This is a glowing white highlight if I feel like I need it, particularly in the evenings. I might use that just to pick up my skull lines. A beauty tutorial this isn't. Obviously my blending sponges for my foundations, and a few extra of those because you can't have enough. Now we come down to the lenses and lens care. So always in my bag I have got cleansing hand foam and hand gel. and they go into the box. I will also have, before the event, in there as well, I'll have makeup removing wipes. I haven't gone out and bought them yet, but I'll have makeup removing wipes, and I will have the water-based cleaning wipes as well. Because I'm in a caravan, I do also have access to soap and water, so I will always make sure my makeup is well cleared off at the end of the day. Little mirror, because my makeup box doesn't come with one, so I'll chuck that in. I bought this on a whim, the Mofang hair colouring material. I've actually never used it. I don't think I'll bother putting it back in. I just thought on a really hot day, maybe I could just run some grey through my hair and not bother with the wig. But my hair's short now, so that's useless. If anybody wants grey Mofang hair gel, let me know. Hair wax. So now I've got my lenses. This is the pair I've bought for this year. These are the ones I already had. So these should, because they've been packaged and they've never been unpackaged, they should be fine. This is the type I wear. They're mini sclerals, 17mm, 3 month once you open them. So mini sclera red rage they're called, from Mesmerise. But I am a little bit wary because obviously they've been in their boxes now for a couple of years, but I think as long as they're not open, they should be absolutely fine. I couldn't get red rage last year, so I picked up a couple of these, which are the solid reds, but I actually don't like them. So if anybody wants those, let me know. I'll take them on site. I prefer these ones, and I bought these as my backup pair. Again, in this set, these sclera lenses, 17mm. These came from a company called UNESCO, because Mesmerise didn't have any of these in. These are called Red Wizard. So they both go in, along with my multi-purpose solution to make sure, and brand new set, but I also keep my backups as well, because again, if something happens to contaminate one, I like to have my backups there to make sure that I can put my lenses away without contamination. Are you ready for the 80s? Look what I found, this is so cool. It's a Poison Girl mini spray. So when you're feeling all stanky, you can use the Poison Girl. Yes, it's poison like in the day. So there we go, it's my little poison body spray, and that's just when I'm feeling stanky. So there you go. Oh, and of course, last but not least, my fangs. So they get fitted with a piece of the fitting piece that goes in the back of them, like so. I will refit those before the event, and I always, not helping, I always refit the bottom and the top to my top, so that I can have breaks from the fangs always being in the same place. So they go in as well. So there you go. If anybody would like a tutorial on how I do Yellow Sylvester's or grandmother's makeup, let me know. I've never done one like that before, and these tend to take me ages because I waffle. Okay then, thank you very much. In the video no one asked for.